Following Donald Trump's scathing remarks, Whoopi Goldberg of The View gushed about former Representative Liz Cheney, urging her to run the CIA. The 58-year-old Republican, who has endorsed Kamala Harris, spoke with the ladies of The View on Monday about Tuesday's election and the reasons behind her first-ever blue vote. Goldberg attempted to persuade the lawyer to run for Attorney General during the broadcast, when Cheney stated that she thinks Speaker Mike Johnson won't approve the vote if Trump loses. "You might make a fantastic ad," Whoopi, 68, said to the former lawmaker. "I say this because you have a wonderful moral core. I know you probably don't want to consider it, but I feel much more at ease if you were in charge of the FBI, CIA, NBC, and everyone else. I'm merely asking that you consider it if it should be floating." The Wyoming resident appeared uneasy as Goldberg showered her with compliments without addressing whether or not she would think about running for AG. "We have to get Vice President Harris elected tomorrow, Tuesday," she said, merely shifting the discussion back to the 2024 election. Dick Cheney's daughter continued by stating that she thinks women are going to save this republic since, according to polls, more women than men cast ballots in the early voting. Cheney urged the audience to cast their ballots. "This party is open to all women," Goldberg endorsed. "Women need to understand that we are speaking to all of them, not just one group of women. We truly need you, women, but we also need males." Harris is beating, according to an NBC poll. Trump leads female voters by 16 points, making him the leader in the gender conflicts. On the other hand, Trump leads by 18 points among male voters. Consequently, the gender gap widens by 34 points. According to the study, Black voters, those under 30, and white voters with college degrees have all been drawn to the vice president. In this election, women will come to the rescue. "I firmly think so," Cheney said to The View's hosts. She reaffirmed that it was crucial for girls to vote in their own best interests when asked her opinion on husbands being appalled to discover their wives would be doing so. She claimed that some members of Trump's campaign team had even discussed abolishing the 19th Amendment. In 1920, women were granted the right to vote by the 19th Amendment. According to Cheney, people need to really remember the misogynist aspect of all of this well. Whether Donald Trump likes it or not, let's defeat him tomorrow, Tuesday. She also took issue with Trump's plan to assign RFK Jr., who withdrew from the race earlier this year, to oversee women's health care. "We don't have enough time to go through that on this show," she stated. She also cautioned that if Trump loses, his team has already begun pushing notions about rigor elections, stolen election, fraudulent claims, so Americans should be ready for another Stop the Steal effort. "Everyone must understand that they will do it," she stated. "I don't think Speaker Johnson will do the right thing," she continued. "No, he won't," replied Cheney, a Republican. "It is crucial, in my opinion, that Republicans do not hold the majority come January." Donald Trump has assailed Cheney since she publicly endorsed Harris for president. Trump stated that Cheney ought to be placed on a battlefield, with 9 barrels shooting at her face during a gathering with Tucker Carlson on Thursday. He was quickly chastised by Democrats for the remark, but Harris went one step farther and declared that Trump should not be allowed to continue running for president. In Wisconsin, Harris told reporters, "This must be disqualifying. Anyone who uses such violent rhetoric and aspires to be president of the United States is obviously unfit to hold the office. A true patriot who has shown extraordinary courage in putting country above party," she said of Cheney. However, Trump views his political rivals as his enemies, is constantly seeking retribution, and is becoming more and more unstable and insane. His list of foes has gotten greater. Harris continued, "He is even less focused than before on the needs, concerns, and challenges facing the American people, and his rhetoric has grown more extreme." She hasn't spoken to Cheney since Trump's comment, according to the Democratic nominees. Trump has long attacked Cheney, who was one of 2 Republican members of the House committee looking into the January 6th uprising, and chastised him for his involvement in it. At an event Thursday night at the Desert Diamond Arena in Glendale, Arizona, Trump referred to her as a radical war hawk. All right, let's have her standing there with a rifle pointing 9 barrels at her. Let's see what she thinks of it. When the weapons are aimed at her face, you know. Harris has received the support of both Cheney and her father, former Vice President Dick Cheney. Before launching into his tirade, Trump had brought up Liz Cheney's father. I don't hold it against him for continuing to be with his daughter. But his daughter is a very, very stupid person, Trump remarked. In response to Trump, Cheney said on social media that this is how dictators destroy free nations. She wrote in the post, "They threaten death to those who speak against them. A petty, spiteful, cruel, unstable man who aspires to be a tyrant cannot be trusted with our nation and our freedom."